Ana Ramirez Saenz, País de origen, Tampico, México. What it means to me being recognized a Latina, an influential Latina here in West Michigan is, first of all, it is an honor. It's an honor to be placed among your peers. It's an honor to have your work be recognized. And it's also an honor to be able to serve your community. So, as part of this selection process, the influence to me becomes as impact. It signifies the impact that not just me, but all the other honorees are doing and making an impact in our community. So the part of being influential is really derived from the work that you do and the impact that you make it with other people. So having been in business for over 20 plus years, there's been a lot of successes along the way. There's been a lot of high moments, there's been some challenging moments, but in that whole journey, the thing that I can point to that I'm super proud of, very proud of, is to be part of the Leaders program, where we bring people with different skill sets to mentor, to educate, to create awareness, and to enable up and coming rising Latino leaders to build their skills. And so for me, that program is very special. I've been part of it for 10 years. And the greatest achievement of that program, of that session, is really looking at the Latinos and Latinas that are in the room and seeing their energy, their hunger, seeing their readiness. They want to get going. They're anxious. They're eating up the information, being engaged, and really are the ones that are going to be setting the future. So for me, watching those faces and their learning and their engagement through this program is really, really special. And it's been a highlight of my professional career. So when we think about maximizing Latino potential in our region, not only West Michigan, but the state of Michigan, and more importantly, across the nation, three things stand out in my mind. One, we have to recognize that we are an influential and powerful population. We are. Sometimes it's difficult for us to accept that and to wear that and imagine that. But we have to give ourselves that space to know that we are powerful, we're intelligent, we're resourceful, and more importantly, we are here to not only serve our community, but to make a difference, not across just our region, but across the nation. So that's one. Number two is knowing that because we have those traits, we need to be unified. All of us Latinos, no matter where we're from, we need to come together. We need to come together economically, socially, politically, for the good of all of us. So I think unity is really, really important. And I think the third thing to maximize our potential is not to be afraid. Not to be afraid of what we can do with our knowledge, we can do with our influence, with our skills. We should not be afraid. We should be courageous. Just like it took courage to come here as an immigrant, just like it took courage to stand out and step out, let's continue to have that courage and that strength to know that we are the future of this region and across the nation. The most difficult challenge that I've faced as a Latina here in West Michigan is, if I could think of all of them, one stands out and the challenge of always being the first. Always being the first in a group, always being the first Latina in a club, always being the first Latina in a class, always being the first in any endeavor that I've stepped into. And so being that first, there's a lot of eyes on you. There's a lot of people looking at you, who you are, what you bring to the table, why are you there? So all of these questions you're faced with when you are the first. And that's a challenge because you have to look at yourself and you have to look within yourself and say, I belong here. It's challenging. Yes, it was challenging to be, the first Latina with an MBA going into my banking profession where there were only two Latinas. It was challenging to be the first Latina as a diversity, equity, and inclusion consultant in this side of the state. And the challenges that come with being a professional in this space are many. So challenges there are, but being the first, and not only I experience it, but many others like me, we experience them. And so being the first at anything is a challenge, but I think what is even more important is how you overcome it, how you can dig deep to what you've been taught, to your, to the essence of who you are, what the values your family has instilled in you, and the people that are around you. So while there have been challenges, and that's been one of them, having a great support system and a great family, an internal compass and courage to face them has been, something for me that has helped me overcome not only that challenge, but many more. What advice would you give to young Latinos in West Michigan? Be confident in who you are. You are a Latino. You are a Latina. You bring a rich history. Identity, self-identity is really important. And knowing who you are and sharing that with the world is really important. Number 2 is courage. Yes, the unknown is a little bit scary, but we're all stepping into it. And so have courage and grab that courage to do what you want, and have the courage to ask people to help you. Number 3 is sharing. Share who you are with other people. Share your knowledge. Share your background. Share your interests. Share your motivation, because you never know, by you sharing who you are, that it will touch another person, either to motivate them, to encourage them, or to help them out of a situation that you had no knowledge of. Vive magazine has recognized that we needed an avenue to tell these stories. We needed an avenue to share our experiences. And Vive magazine is doing that. The staff, the professionalism, the way that they're doing their work is incredible. And so they deserve all the credit, all the accolades for bringing us together and continuing to raise the bar for how you do a publication, how you do these awards. They are a professional organization that truly cares about the journey of Latinos. And without Vive magazine, none of us would be sitting telling you our stories.